Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Zelda 2 Randomizer Max Rando tournament here on Zelda Speedruns 2. This is Swiss Round 2, traiLZ versus RoseCitySaint. On comms, we have Star and J-Coper. Take it away.
Hi everyone, we've got traiLZ and RCS meeting up again! This time, it's only in Swiss Round 2. Really looking forward to this match, as Chad says, it's a Grand Finals worthy match. Except for it's Swiss Round 2, should be a really good one. How are you doing, Coper?
I'm pretty good, how are you?
Oh, doing pretty good. Was watching some actual Grand Finals earlier. We've got Creative Time Randomizer Max Random Settings Grand Finals over there. But they'll be rating us at some point. But in the meantime, let's get ready for this. They should be starting up shortly. What kind of seed do you want to see today, Coper?
I mean, this race could finish before that one. Let's be real.
It could. It would take a pretty silly seed, but it could.
Yeah. Hopefully something interesting that's a little more than a glove hunt.
True.
They got 5 lives to start and a million card containers.
Candle, glove, raft, cross.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. I didn't see the gems. I think it was a good number.
6 gems.
Oh
god, RCS's audio was loud. Yeah, 6 gems, 5 lives, 7 hearts. Candle, glove, raft, cross. They've got a lot of stuff.
Yeah. It's
and I saw they got down stab too.
It's possible they don't need anything else to beat the game.
traiLZ's stream just crashed.
Well, that's not a good start.
No. traiLZ! Okay, he's back.
Oh.
Ish.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is
a map.
West. I don't know which biome type this is.
Canyon.
What's that?
Running down the middle. This is a canyon because it's got a river running down the middle of what pretty mountainous stuff. What did RCS just pick up?
Okay.
What did RCS just pick up? Because I completely missed it on his side. Child, thank you.
Child. Yeah, they must have both picked up the child then, I'm sure. I would give them both the child 100%.
Yep. Okay, there's Palace 1 north of Start. Canyon is a biome I haven't seen as much. It's an interesting one just for sheer navigation.
Where RCS just was, that's Palace 2.
Was that Palace 2? I'm a scatterbrains.
I think so. Actually, it might be 5. I can't remember now if there was a jar there.
I
it was 5.
don't remember seeing a jar, and I brain farted what the top was. Whoops!
Ooh,
I was watching OOTR right before this, so my brain is not entirely programmed for Z2R at the moment. Oops.
If this bridge is required early, this is a bit rough.
Yeah, because the eastern shore of this canyon has basically nothing for them besides Start and Palace 2, which is
it's 5. It's 5, not 2.
Oh, Palace 5, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Yeah, Start and Palace 5 are about the only things on the eastern coast, which is just bleh.
traiLZ is checking every hole in this side-scrolling section, seeing if there's anything interesting down there.
RCS hopefully is having a bit of a better time than that, at least. There's the boots on Stonehenge.
Oh, well, now everything just gets way too easy.
Sure. Marking those off. And we have Rauru, which has Thunder. And
traiLZ not checking hints. I think he's probably not checking hints, if anything, because of already having the
sorry here. I completely missed which spell it was, but it was by P2.
Yeah, he's gonna get it in a second anyway, so.
Yep. And that was also Palace 2 up there in the northeast, a greenish-gray blue color. Spell, thank you. In the meantime, I'm pretty sure traiLZ picked up his thunder.
Whose audio is on Restream?
RCS Trails does not have clean audio. This game needs more categories. Also, they started with a spell, but I have not caught which spell it is.
Oh, starting with life. So starting with 5 lives, 7 heart containers, and the life spell.
Sure! And it doesn't seem like the damage multiplier rolled up either. What? Hi! Eastern continent. I think, or, yeah, that's the east.
Nice quick jar there for RCS. That's a good find. I'm
Yep.
surprised he didn't go and check that cave. I guess he's gonna continue exploring the west first. Fairy
Oh, there's
Town.
Fairy Town is Rando. In the
Yeah,
far northeast, the northwest.
This could certainly be important.
Yep. I am not used to actually keeping notes on a canyon biome. It's a little interesting to keep straight. P-bag for trails, probably replacing one of the 7 heart containers we started with. Or one of the items, because they started with everything.
Yeah, in the newer versions, in older versions, when you started with an item, it would always get replaced by the maximum value P-bag. Now it can get replaced by any small item. So,
Oh, and apparently thank you, chat, for catching a hint that Death Mountain has a trophy today, which
Yeah.
does unlock the fairy spells. That is good information. This is a 6-gemmer, so they will need to complete all 6 palaces, which means that fairy is likely required.
yeah, it'd be pretty amazing to get through the seed without having to get fairy.
Mm-hmm.
But possible.
It is possible, just not likely. I believe we saw a gloveless seed at the time. Oh, hey, jump in Mido. Okay, sure.
Yeah, jump's not a terrible thing to have either.
Mm-hmm.
Could be useful in Great Palace, if nothing else.
Yeah, there is that. Well, they need medicine for that, though.
Right. It's not
And
worth getting the hint for the medicine.
No.
Too much walking.
It is a bit annoying, though, that both jump and fairy are item blocked today.
Yes. Although not quite as annoying when you're already starting with down stab, so we don't have to worry about that business.
There is that, but it's still not the greatest. Thunder for RCS. I am trying to track. And, oh, Trails is the hammer. Thank you, I missed that. What? Oh, the raft to the east. Raft to the east and the south. Go figure. Go figure.
Yeah, looks like we got 2 paths to the east.
Yep. And so Death Mountain and Maze Island must connect. Death Mountain and Maze Island, one of them must links to the east and the other, and then, yeah. This eastern continent's biome is a little funny looking. I'm not sure what it is yet. How often does Thunderbird record in Max Rando? Depends on really just how often the randomizer decides to put it in the way of Darkling, because it's not hard required by default in the settings, so, I don't even know.
We're guessing about 50%.
I genuinely don't have an answer for you. Also, this eastern continent's looking kinda meh from this end. Like, this raft tile has not led to much on this side of the continent. Oh, there's a path south. I was wondering where it was going, because it was not obvious. Yeah, multiple pasture caves, there is that. RCS just exploring the east, the west a bit more. Max Rando destroys my sense of direction.
Kind of an interesting choice by traiLZ to take Magic 4 there. I don't see a lot of motivation for it, unless he couldn't cast Spell yet, maybe?
There's Palace 1 on the northern coast.
No, Spell is cheap. I don't know why he really took Magic 4. Oh, I guess he can cast thunder again with it, so that makes some sense.
That does. Other than Palace 2-1, though, there's not much up north. Have we seen where is our third Western Palace, actually? I remember seeing Palace 2 and Palace 5. I don't remember writing down the third.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing it either.
Because there's only so much of the map that exists in a canyon biome like the one we have in the west. I'm not actually sure where the third palace is. Camera for RCS.
Well, traiLZ found a way into Death Mountain. It looks like it's a vanilla Death Mountain with randomized caves.
The eastern continent just looks vanilla-like today. There's this biome. It's not an island. It's not a canyon. Hi, Alan. Thank you. Oh, come on! Both of their streams just crash.
Oh, it only lagged for a second for me. Everything's fine now.
Because my commentary page just completely crashed. I have no idea what it was.
It's fine on the restream.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me refresh my page.
Yeah, try refresh and see what happens.
Because it completely crashed on me. Like, both streams went down.
Let me open
it. And, both streams are still crashed.
Should I...
I'm using the tracker view. I don't know if that's different, but...
It's not. It's just README versus edit permissions on the tracker scoper, and I am also using the tracker view. It's not helping.
It's fine for me.
Let me check. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, can you keep commentating on this scoper while I try to figure out why my stream crashed?
I mean, they're both just exploring here.
Yeah, what was the spell in Darunia?
Shield.
Thank you. It's not my internet connection. The page threw me an error saying it was my internet connection, but I've got 78 downloads, so it's not that.
traiLZ is dipping into Palace 1 here. RCS still exploring the west. It looks like we need a connector to get to the southern half of the west, perhaps. Oh no, we can walk right down there. No, he's in the west. He's in the west.
Oh, is that the west?
Oh no, this is the east. You're right.
I was just gonna say, I'm pretty sure you've gotten thoroughly lost. There's Red Rocky up in the east. One up in Palace 1, you said this was?
What are you doing?
Sorry, I am currently watching off the commentary of the restream.
You're all good. I was just wondering what RCS was doing.
I have no idea. Yeah, the commentary page is really crashed on my end. Yeah, that's weird. Done for. I don't even know. Oh, refreshing it. There we go. I have no idea why it crashed on me, but it's back.
Alright, that's good.
Alright. RCS in one of the item caves in the east. traiLZ is exploring P1. There's the flute. Was the flute right next to Fluoride Rock?
Yeah, it was pretty close.
That's funny.
I'm not sure if traiLZ has any keys at all. Seems like a pretty big
know either, actually.
risk dipping in here this far without a key. RCS is gonna use that flute right away. See what we get. It's a swamp tile. That's not great. He shouldn't have even gone in there, really. He didn't have jump, so nothing he can do. Oh, the enemies are dropping keys.
Okay. We seem to be dropping a lot of 1-ups. They've been dropping all kinds of things. I got a blue jar, a pea bag, I've seen 1-ups, apparently keys. Pretty decent drop pool, it seems to. Hi, Palace 4. This is a pretty large eastern continent today. Haven't seen vanilla like in some time, so this is a bit of an adjustment. We've got New Kasuto, which has fire in the southwest.
I definitely want to see what fire is linked to today. Should be
Hey
able to catch
Buzz, we've got a fairly bog standard 6-gemmer, nothing particularly fancy going on.
Yeah, and they start with the glove.
Yeah, they started with a load of things. They started with 6 gems, 5 life, 7 hearts, candle, glove, raft, cross, down stab, and life. It's not the most interesting thing in the world.
Oh, traiLZ is placing his first gem, Palace 1.
Yep. It looked to have been 7 magic darts, it seems, for the RCS to get this item in New Kasuto, because he wasn't able to go in. 6? Okay, I can't. Never mind. Scatterbrained. What was it, actually? traiLZ passed by the item in Palace 1, it was a 1-up. I did catch that while I was stuck watching a restream, because the commentary page crashed on me. Oh, P-Bag, thank you. That's the other item in New Kasuto.
And a single key in the spell tower.
Meh. I mean, there's going to be a lot of junk items, more or less, in these checks because we started with so much stuff.
So, RCS showing us that fire is linked to fairy. That's good to know.
That
It's
is
a little
very
expensive.
good to know.
It's a little expensive right now, 49 at Magic 3, but I'm sure it'll go down in a hurry.
Yeah, it'll probably go down on Magic 4, I'd expect. Usually tends to go down about that point. Hi, River Devil, don't particularly need you. So between the commentary page crash and this being a vanilla-like East, I have no idea where they're going. As we see, okay, that's where Darunia was, because I lost track of it with everything. It'll be shields. It'll be upstat primarily for RCS. I guess you can get shield spell, but doesn't really need it.
I mean, upstep can definitely be required. It's more likely to be required in these random dungeon rooms than it was in previous settings, so...
That's for sure. You wasted your time? I don't think so. But yeah, I don't know if RCS will bother getting shield spell here. It doesn't need it.
Oh, I would definitely get the shield spell.
Maybe.
I don't know about not needing. It can definitely be useful, and he's already got the kit in hand, so...
Not gonna bother. There's Palace 4 for traiLZ. traiLZ's internet crashed at the very beginning of the sea, so we right about when he would have gotten the child, so we're just kind of assuming he has it, because I don't think we've actually seen him get it on the stream, but there's no way he would have just skipped that cave. I don't think, so I'm pretty sure RCS has got the child, he just hasn't bothered to turn it in, I guess. And RCS failing to fairy feet just gives up and goes through. But really, at this point, knowing that Fire and Fairy are linked, what we actually need is to locate our remaining palaces.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it.
We do need Reflect. That is something we...
Oh, true, we do need Reflect. Whoops. That is accessible, because it's either Naburu or New Kasuto, or Old Kasuto. We just need to find...
No, Old Kasuto is life.
Oh, wait, Old Kasuto's life, so... Oh, Right, so it has to be Nibiru, and we have boots and a hammer and flute. We can definitely get to Nibiru. Wherever it is, it's accessible.
We actually have
So-
every item except for the magic key, but that's not relevant to...
Nope. Which reminds me that I think both of them should have fire now, which means they have the fairy spell. Yeah, they're in item go mode. They just need to find the locations on the map at this point, pretty much.
I don't think I've seen that room, that item room that RCS was just in yet, and I think we've already seen it twice. Or wait, is this Palace 1?
Trails up. Yeah,
Okay.
Trails walked past it earlier. But yeah, we are in item go mode. We effectively... we don't need jump. We have the fairy spell. That jump is entirely bypassed with fairy.
I don't know about that.
Or mostly, at least.
It's possible that some of the customers might need jump.
Maybe
if there
it might, but those
blocks.
are pretty rare.
Yeah, Trails got Fire Fairy, so yeah, Trails is getting his Reflect spell now, and he should have Reflect, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah,
does
okay.
mark it. I just didn't mark it because I lost track of it. Where was Nibiru, actually? I'm not sure where that is. Oh, just kind of in the middle of the west.
Yeah, it looks right smack in the middle somewhere. Which
Middle
can
of the
be
western
one of
coast,
the
it
hardest
seems.
places to find sometimes because, you might want to like follow the edges of the map and miss out on something.
Yeah. It looked kind of close to the western coast, but yeah, vanilla-like is really hard to keep track of because there's not distinct areas. Like the west is a canyon, so that's pretty easy to tell based on which side of the river it is, but it's harder on vanilla-like.
Oh, nice 500-point P-Bag there for Trails.
Yeah, RCS accidentally went back to start in P1. Whoopsies!
Yeah, it looks like he's having a little harder time finding the path than Trails did, maybe? Oh, no.
There we go. Took the wrong route. Took a different route and got lost.
Just had to take a left at the start there.
This is a funny room in P4 for Trails. That's very blocked from this side.
Yeah, you could also get through there, I think, with Glove plus Jump. But
Probably, yeah. Looks like it should be doable with glove and jump. In this case, though, it just carries through. And that's RCS's first gem at 21 minutes.
gotta think Trails has a bit of an upper hand here. He's already got the Reflect spell, and he's working on his second gem placement.
Yep, found Nibiru faster. RCS getting a little bit turned around in Palace 1 doesn't help. I think RCS is currently on a Nibiru chase, which makes sense. He's just in the wrong part of the map.
I think I'd just go through that connector.
And hi, Helmet Head. Was it? It felt longer for RCS than it did for Trails. Helmet Head, I mix up. It's P4. This is Karak, Framed.
We still need to find Maze Island, don't we? That's the biggest
We do.
question.
Oh yeah, I forgot that we technically, yeah, we don't need items, we just need to find locations, and finding locations is our big thing. At this point, though, I'm pretty sure Maze Island is through Death Mountain, Cooper, and because we've seen 3 connectors to the east, and I doubt there's a 4th. Death Mountain also usually has 2 connectors, and we haven't seen the others, so that one must be Maze Island. RCS is still not finding Nibiru.
This is really hurting RCS. Trails
Yeah.
is making a lot of progress. Well, RCS is just combing the map here.
Yep, Because he is not finding this right now.
I think that's it right there.
No, I think this is. Oh,
Yes.
oh, never mind. It is. I'm dumped. And that was GP in Valley of Death for RCS. I look over briefly and he obeys out, so that was GP.
For traiLZ, yeah.
Looks like he's heading for Palaces 2 and 5 now. At least those were both in the west. I'm actually not sure where the third palace in the west is.
I guess the fact that they have life to cast makes that shield spell not quite so important at all.
Yeah. There's Reflect for RCS, who is now an actual item spell go mode. Still needs to find various things though. Mainly in that I actually don't think we've seen our third palace in the west, which is one of P3 or 6. The other is in Maze Island, which I'm pretty sure is accessed via Death Mountain today. You know, there's always something that trolls in Max Rando. It's either you can't survive, or your items are bad, or the map is bad. Today the items are fine, survivability's not a problem, they just have a slightly terrible map.
Yeah, we'll see how Death Mountain goes. Death Mountain could be fast, or it could be a really long search for that other exit.
Yep. We'll see, but definitely out of the 3 things that control people in Max Rando, or just in Z2R generally, really, it's definitely the, let's go with the maps being bad. Naburu being a little silly, I still haven't figured out where the last western palace is, and they're gonna have to go dig Death Mountain for an exit sometime. Nothing too much to be said though. Karok takes a little while for traiLZ to find, and RCS is going in the right direction at least. And our traiLZ is going here. Is going through P5 here. Had to double check which palace this bright purple one is.
Oh, I guess one difference between them is that RCS does have upstabs, so we'll see if traiLZ picks that up before going to GP.
Yep. Now I know traiLZ is in 5, I just had to double check because of things needs a magic refill. I was wondering where he was going. Okay, just gonna loop back, because I think he might have found a loop back to start more or less, because the Room of the Fallen Curtains looks familiar, although it might have been a duplicate.
What does fire cost at Magic 5?
I am not sure, actually. And I completely missed it there when traiLZ menu whips.
Well, it looks like it's about 8.
Basically nothing. I think it was like 11, I think is what I saw on RCS's side. Yeah, that would have been 11. It ended with a 1, and from what traiLZ's side looked like, yeah, it's 11. So, cheap.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's great. They probably don't even really need any more magic levels.
Not really. They'll
probably still take them, yeah. But
I think this might be attack 5 for RCS coming out of P4. Not sure, actually.
That'd be great if it were, but I bet it's life 6. Because
life
that's
6,
what
yeah.
traiLZ has. Otherwise, traiLZ would have attack 5, most likely.
Probably, yeah. So yeah, they don't really need anything more than 4, 5, 6, which is their current levels, to exceed. So they certainly won't mind anymore, at least. Yeah, their next level will both be attack 5 here.
The attack levels, like, especially through about attack 5 or 6, are all pretty big upgrades, usually. They could be the same as the previous, but there's some pretty big jumps at some points most of the time. So RCS gets his fairy feet that time, though, and he's going to learn the bad news that he's going to have to come all the way back here later.
Yep. Alright, and that's the update.
So expect we'll see him in 2 and 5 pretty quickly here.
I'd expect so. Here's P5. traiLZ, by the way, has been getting really turned around in this P5 update a little bit ago, and is not having a great time trying to find Guma here.
Yeah. Just mildly surprised that he doesn't bother picking up that key. Of course, we know that fire only costs 11, but
Still pick it up if you're right there, at least. Because they have 6 magic bars, which is enough for 8 casts of fairy, if they so cared. Because 8 bars is 96 magic points, and, well, 11 times 8 is 88.
yeah. And the enemies are dropping a little bit of magic too, so...
Yep.
He's found Guma.
Finally, just took him a bit. Had to go right at the fallen curtains, and right a bit more, then go down, it looked like. Although I think RCS might be going down a little wrong road.
Yeah, traiLZ took a lot of wrong roads himself before finding the right way.
Yep.
So, wouldn't be too surprising to see RCS do a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah, I'd expect so, because this is one that traiLZ got very turned around in.
Yeah.
And that's traiLZ's third gem.
I do wonder if, how RCS feels, like if he feels behind it all after taking so long to find Naburu for his reflux spell.
In a seat this jetty, probably. Especially against someone like traiLZ, who these guys have raced each other a million times. They know that the other is very, very good. traiLZ here, the defending Max Rando champion. RCS, the standard champion.
Yeah, I would say that maybe traiLZ actually feels good about his position.
I think so. Oh, there's the other one. It's just we never actually, Right, pink, Palace something. Either 3 or 6, we'll find out which in a bit. That's a bit harsh on the eyes. Here for traiLZ, just sitting there. I just must have missed it when someone dipped in to check what it was, because it was very accessible. RCS, you're going back to start, I think. Or at least that looked like what it was. Wait, not. Yep, back to start.
Yeah, apparently he's going to do that once per palace. It's just really hard to know the directions that you're going, though, now.
Yeah, the fact that it was the fallen curtains is what made it distinctive for me. Hi, Barba! It's in the open air today! Because the new boss rooms is pretty fun, and I particularly like, oopsies, traiLZ getting knocked into the lava!
There's a fairy in both of the first 2 rooms from start in P5 there. That's funny.
Yep. But yeah, how to tell what palace it is? Either you find, for 3 and 6, either you find the windows or you find the boss. In this case, yeah, find the boss. Alright, that should be good for traiLZ, though. RCS is, I think, on the right path. This P5's not the greatest in the world.
I'm not sure. You might need to go left at start, actually.
I'm not sure. Actually, no, wait, this is a wrong end. This is a wrong end. Yeah, Maze 3's in Maze Island to date. And let's see how long it takes for them to find their way through Death Mountain to get to Maze Island. Yeah, this is a dead end. This is one of the many, many dead ends in P5 for RCS. Magic 6 for traiLZ. Palace 2 is not here, I don't think. Yeah, Palace 2's up north, not down south. I'm not sure where traiLZ is going. Okay, I think he might have realized he needs to head back up north to find P2. Yeah, no, traiLZ doesn't want the items. He's in go mode. He doesn't need it. He's trying to remember where his palaces are. And, okay.
I'd have been looking for Death Mountain again. I don't remember where that cave was that went to Death Mountain.
That's in the east.
Oh, okay.
I also managed to forget to write down where that connector was, but it's in the east somewhere. Kuma's down for RCS. There we go. Took a second to get the ferry going.
If this were a 5-gem seed, traiLZ might be able to finish it like sub 45, but...
Yeah, quite possibly, but nope. Death Mountain and Maze Island exist. RCS does, however, remember where his Palace 2 is, it seems, I think. Although taking this bridge isn't a good sign of that.
I don't know why he would be taking this bridge. It's so little interesting.
I'm confused. He's taking it at any rate, and he does remember it at least, so here he is.
I don't really understand why he didn't just walk right back out. What is traiLZ doing exactly?
He's going for the... What is he doing? traiLZ?
Farming for something, but he doesn't need anything.
He has Fairy, and he can cast it 11 times in his current magic meter.
Oh, maybe he needs a key. Maybe there's a door that, or there's a room that you need to use a key and break blocks.
Maybe, because that would explain why he's doing this.
Yeah, it's too bad that he can't collect that one up to get more enemies to spawn.
Glove locked after the door. Go figure. But yeah, that's not working, traiLZ. Those enemies, the flying heads, are not dropping keys today.
I mean, they will eventually, as long as the small ones are dropping. He would get one at some point.
Eventually, just didn't seem to be working there for him after killing like 8 of the things.
Yeah, but there's no randomness to it. It's just the order of things dropping.
Mm.
Yeah, he'd probably still be out of keys at this point anyway, so...
Yeah. Alright, at any rate, traiLZ not finding a key is just going to take a different route. Hope he doesn't need to go down that road. We were discussing earlier how Fairy mostly bypasses the need for jump, and then apparently this is a case where you do need ghosts. Because custom rooms.
Oh, hey!
But here we go. Ooh! RCS pulling ahead here in P2, sorry. Finding Helmet Head faster than traiLZ.
Yeah, of course RCS still has to do all of P6, so... I don't think that was an intentional death for traiLZ, I'm not...
I don't think so. This is, though, as... I could have sworn RCS can cast Fairy, or maybe not. I might have misseen how much it costs, but I'm pretty sure it's castable onto a full magic bar.
Yeah, that was a little...
Or maybe just barely too much. I must have misseen it.
Yeah, it must be 17 or 18 there.
No, never mind. I couldn't see, because it was just a little too expensive. I can't read.
21.
21?
Oh, okay, so it did end with a 1. Alright.
I just misread it. Go figure. Yeah, well, that'll be Magic 6 and Life 7.
Yeah, it's probably cheaper for traiLZ.
Yep. RCS needs to remember where his P6 is. He remembered where P2 was just fine, but he might need to figure out where his P6 is. Please don't take this bridge again. I don't need to. And yep, there you go. He's heading for P6. Does seem to have a somewhat functioning sense of direction.
Alright, traiLZ needs to get himself back to Death Mountain.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing right now.
I don't know. That's a good question.
He's not going for the E. Okay, there we go. I was like, why is he not going back east? There he goes. Because I'm pretty sure they both should know that the only continental connector they have left should be through Death Mountain. They've seen everything in the west. They've seen, I think, just about everything in the east, and including 3 continental connectors. I don't know if there's a limit on how many cross-continent connectors you can have on one continent, but 3 seems to be usually the max, at least.
Meanwhile, RCS is making up a lot of time here.
Yeah, he is. P6 being very quick, and RCS having slightly better notes on the western map layout, it seems, because Trail's got a little turn around trying to remember where his palaces were, it seemed. And, hey, the real jam, welcome in. Yeah, we have Zelda 2 Rando here. And there we go. Barba's down for RCS. And that'll be jump number 5 here at 40 minutes.
So, RCS does have upstab, like I said, and
yes, that is
not
the
going to get that.
No, Trails is going to go all the way to, is going to go through P3, get to GP and hope it's not upstab locked at this point, because
I guess he could get it, but it seems unlikely.
At this point, I think he's just going to assume it's not required. He's currently trying to figure out where Death Mountain is. He's trying to navigate Death Mountain. RCS is checking pass-through caves, hoping there's a way to the Maze Island through this. I don't think there is, though. And there we go. Trails has found Maze Island.
Oh, that was pretty quick.
That was very quick.
That's really great for traiLZ. That puts him firmly back in the lead, for sure.
Yep. Because RCS is exploring the west instead, looking for that connector, which doesn't exist, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, there is no connector from the west to the Maze Island. You just need to go to Death Mountain. RCS will get there eventually, at least. Where is his palace, actually? This palace seems to be fairly buried in Maze Island compared to where the connector is. And there it is. Southwest, sorry. And this race is not over. There is still all of GP to go, and depending on how fast RCS manages to get to Maze Island, this could still be pretty close. Not over just yet. Looking to be a sub-hour seat, though, which ain't bad.
Oh, sub-hour is great. Just not having to look for the glove, I think, helps to speed things up quite a bit. And having 7 hearts to start is...
Yep.
Just let you play a lot more freely.
Oh, absolutely. And there we go.
That is a quick P3, that's for sure.
That is, which is good for Trails. RCS could have caught up a bit if the layout was trolly and RCS found a different route there faster, but no such luck. Probably because Trails did not spend much time here. Here we go, Reebnax down. RCS is getting lost and taking a different route from Trails, so he's going to be... And there he goes.
Oh, he's not too far behind.
He isn't. We'll see how long it takes.
All he has to do is get to that river, I think, and then he can walk along it all the way to the palace.
Yep, the palace is by the river. He just needs to get there. RCS just walk around to the left, but this way works too, and it's actually faster.
Yeah. RCS definitely took a faster path through Maze Island than Trails did.
That's for sure. It's often a good way to navigate Maze Island is to go find the river and then work from there if you have boots. Rather than trying to navigate through, the maze. Trail's remembering that he wants to take the bridge to the east and not the raft tile so that he can access Maze Valley of Death's entrance quicker.
Nice encounter luck for Trails there.
Yep, and here's Reconnect for RCS.
Nice. He's going to have his 6th gem placed before Trail gets into GP. That's great news.
Yeah, just about. So not too far behind, and RCS does have upstab, so something to keep in mind. About a minute and a half-ish difference between them placing their final gems here.
It's funny, most of the difference is really the time it takes to get upstab.
Pretty much, yes. Now that was a 44:40, I believe, there, based on the restream timer for Trails to enter GP. So, our Trail's taking an immediate left. Yeah, it's way too much magic, so it's just gonna ferry right on through. It looks like fire dropped down to about either 16 or 17, couple points there.
Yeah. Trails was about a bar short on his magic meter, so he decided to refill it right away.
Yep.
That was not intentional, but we can claim that's what happened there.
RCS trying to remember how to get back to Valley of Death. This is not it. As welcome in ZeldaSpeedRuns with a party of 206. Welcome into the Zelda 2 randomizer version of random settings. Max Rando! We've got our raiders coming in from the Zelda Ocarina of Time randomizer Random Settings League Grand Finals. Hope that match went well. I was watching that before this started. We've got here another match of the Titans. It's the Marco and What the Hells of Random Settings. We've got Trails here, the defending Max Rando champion, versus RCS, the defending Standard Tournament champion, facing off against each other for the upteenth time in Swiss Round 2.
I like that move that Trails made there, just digging right under that bird and leaving him be. I never would have considered that, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, please don't spoil the ending, in case there's people here who came from that and still want to see the end. We are near the end of our own race here. We've got our Trails is in Great Palace, the final palace, and RCS is getting there. Currently on a hunt for Darkling. Yep, OT Rando. It is a pretty well-established Rando, been around for quite a few years. The Max Random Settings League, as mentioned, had its first game of Grand Finals earlier, that just ended. 46:53, so 2 minutes 23 seconds difference between the two runners entering GP, but RCS does have upstab, if that may matter. Yeah, we have OTR. Their Random Settings League, as mentioned, had Grand Finals earlier today. They have the Season 4 tournament going on right now, as well as the Challenge Cup for the Season 4 tournament. Plenty of stuff to be going on. The Season 4 is held here on Zelda Speedruns, so you can check that out at a later date. But in the meantime, here we've got Zelda 2's version of Max Rando. Well, it's Max Rando in Zelda 2, Rando in OTR. It's called Random Percent in Zelda 1. Whatever you call it, it's pretty much Max Random Settings. Yes, this was a 6-gemmer, but this is also a really fast 6-gemmer. They started with 6 gems, but 5 lives, 7 hearts, Campbell Glove, Raft Cross, Downstab, and Life, and they found pretty much everything very quickly. So we're just on a hunt for Darkling, because these two diverge. We'll see who gets the Darkling first. We've got ourselves an emoji room, as I like to call it. Rando is not worrying about health today.
And that Blue Bard Knight was extremely friendly to Trails there. really gave him a lot of room to get through the blocks.
Max Rando in these flags does not have full GP. It is short in GP. Thunderbird is not forced to be required. It might still be in the way anyway if the randomizer decides to be mean, but that is not required. Yeah, this has not been hot garbage.
I think traiLZ should have picked up that key back there. That there's a chance of a room in GP with the key requirement, but I guess it's unlikely that we'll see that. Well, traiLZ decides to up an A. That's big. Is this a room that traiLZ already went through that RCS is in, or is this a different direction?
This might be new. Yeah, the runners did not need to call Mercy Room. Although, with these two being who they are, it takes quite the seed to cause either RCS or traiLZ to call for a Mercy Rule. This is a repeat for RCS, because I remember these spook statues. That's something we've seen from traiLZ earlier, and I don't think this led anywhere useful. Much. Mercy Rules! So, for Z2R Max Rando, choose the factus. Oh, hey, I forgot we have a command. Yeah, there we go. If they decide that the seed really, really sucks and they don't want to continue playing, they can in fact request a Mercy Rule to get a new seed. These two runners, they've been around for ages. They've raced each other a billion times. RCS, the rating standard champion, traiLZ, the rating Max Rando champion, they don't call rerules unless it really, really is the god-awful worst seed possible. I remember one of the first D2R races I ever saw was RCS calling a Mercy Rule on a particularly brutal seed where farming the Iron Knuckle from the P2 statue was your most feasible way to get any experience to survive the seed. And RCS decided after about 20 minutes of that he really didn't want to play it anymore. And his opponent agreed. And no, it hasn't actually been called yet this tourney.
Is RCS going the same way that traiLZ went before now? I think he might be.
Yep, this is the same room with the emojis and this chicken. That's not new. This is new here though for traiLZ. Heading up and left. High upstep block. Ooh, that is good. Okay.
Oh, traiLZ is gonna see if there's another way to go first. I think
so. There might be one or two paths left. I cannot navigate GP for the life of me, or anything else really. That is a good sign for RCS, who does have upstab.
Yeah, but of course he's gonna have to find that path first. He's on a path right now that,
isn't it?
traiLZ had decided was a dead end.
Yep.
Oh, you need a key here. Interesting. Okay.
Yes, you do. Yeah, and traiLZ doesn't have jump either, because jump is stuck behind medicine, which is God knows where today.
Yeah, but they don't need jump. I don't think.
No, they don't. To use the but traiLZ can't do his upstab skip either. There's the point without jump.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, it'd be much faster to go back and get upstab for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You get upstab over trying to hunt down wherever the hell medicine is. What's GP? GP is Great Palace. The final palace of the game. They're both trying to find their way to Dark Link. One of the biggest features of Zelda 2 Randomizer is Max Rando and Room Rando, so we have no idea where they're going, they have no idea where they're going, that's because it's randomized. There's even custom rooms, so we actually don't know where they're going beyond they're going somewhere. The only way we can tell is if they've going through a room we've seen already.
And sometimes it's hard, because the rooms can repeat too, so... it's just kind of a guess whether you've seen things before. That you really have to see a lot of stuff looking the same before you can really confirm that it's the same.
Yeah, this is one of the bird statues rooms. I'm not sure if this is a repeat for Trails. We saw one of these earlier. I'm not sure if it's the same one, though. That might be a new one, actually.
Oh, this might be a bit of a moment of truth for the whole seed here. Is Upstab gonna be the difference in the race?
RCS got that room?
It goes back to the other... Is this the...
Ooh.
It's the room that we saw before. Wow. Okay. So, well, at least RCS got confirmation that that was a loop. And he's gonna go a different way.
Okay, this is spicy. So Trails is in a room I'm pretty sure we haven't seen yet. So this could be. Yep, this room is new, so this is good for Trails.
Oh, this looks like a pain.
Yeah, this is a real pain.
Just drop them in the lava. There you go. That's what I would have done. That's kind of amusing.
Yeah, you need to drop them into the lava without dropping in the lava yourself.
Yeah.
A very important distinction, one that's quite easy, because I have seen people drop the enemies into the lava, and then jump right on in themselves, and then be like, well, okay. I guess I'm not doing that. Yep, loops!
Trails in it. Reversed fairy room there.
Yep. And our Trails now is still going down the path we have not seen. As RCS is also falling on a similar path, because here's the Bird Knights. And Trails continues to head on up. Hi, Thunderbird!
Fortunately, we've had Thunder for quite a long time in this seed, and they should both be able to handle this quite easily.
Yeah, Thunder is expensive today, even on Magic 6. That took out about 4 bars of Trails' health, magic there. Yeah, 68. That is an expensive Thunder today. Good. Better expensive Thunder than expensive Fairy, though.
It's not too bad. He does have enough to cast Reflect on top of it, so...
Not too bad.
Pretty...
RCS is following the right route to Thunder... Well, it's following the route that gets him to Thunderbird. There we go.
Oh, that life spell is very generous.
And hey, here we go. That's gonna be GG's to Trails here, finding Dark Link with RCS just a little bit behind.
Yeah, not too bad. RCS still has to go through about 5 more rooms, maybe, but he'll be right there.
Because he's on the right path, and he's seen just about everything else in this palace. Oh, taking a death isn't helping. Has plenty of lives, so he's fine.
Yeah, I think that might have been on purpose. I'm not sure. But you might as well take a death there.
Yeah. And there we go. GG's Trails, 57-22.
He's pretty excited about that.
I'd say he is. He's got a big smile on his face. He's happy with that. It always feels good when these two are big rivals. They're consistently two of the best players in Zelda 2 Rando. They've gone back and forth many times in who wins, and Trails pulling out the win this time. He is a very happy man. Jack can't see his face cam, but he's happy. And a bit of a fist pump there as well. He'll probably be joining us for an interview in a bit. And RCS is on the right path. We'll be on Darklink himself shortly. Oh, well, our T-Bird first, sorry. Got turned around. And we will have traiLZ in for an interview. And here we go. GG's, traiLZ.
Hey, thank you. Hold on a sec. Let me turn it off. Let me put it on push to talk.
I don't know. Why were you on push to talk?
Because I use a headset. So hey, how's it going? How'd it work out? I see Rose is already in Great Palace. I felt like I played this really quickly, and I almost left for upstab, and I got key blocked, and I was like really discouraged at that point.
Yeah, the upstab and the key block led to each other. So we saw that on RCS's side because he had upstab. So we were definitely wondering if that upstab was going to make the difference, but all it did was let RCS confirm the loop really quickly.
Yep, it's a loop.
That's cool, man. So who made it in the GP first?
You, by about 2.5 minutes. A little over 2 hours 2 minutes 13 seconds. Sorry, there's a difference there. Looks to be just about 1 hour flat here for RCS.
That sub-hour on a 6-gem seed.
Yeah, you started with everything this seed. And there we go. GG's to RCS, finishing up second with a time of 159.53, just barely cutting that sub-1. GG.
That must have been a monster race to see from the top down. RoseCitySaint is one of the more tougher opponents in the tournament right now. So
one of the biggest differences between you guys at the end was ultimately that you didn't get upstab and he did. There's that little bit of extra time getting upstab and a little bit of differences in navigation. I made the difference there, really.
Did he find the any key? And did he find whatchamacallit? Did he find Maze Island before me? Because that was the last thing I found.
Nope. You both last location Maze Island, basically, as you were looking for that final palace.
Yeah, hoping that's where GP was going to be. But when I found out it was on the Valley of Death, that's when I decided to up an A and then go straight to, first of all, clear out to the west and then go on to Death Mountain and then look for that. Because I figured I had already seen the raft tile on the Maze Bridge, so it had to be connected to Death Mountain somehow.
Mm-hmm.
This was a really good demonstration of what randomized overworld and connectors are. There was overworld connectors and weird bridges and stuff that put you everywhere at Maze Island connecting directly to Death Mountain. This is a really good showcase of what the new randomizer can do if you wanted to.
Is RCS going to join us? I don't know if
I assume so. He just needs to invite himself in this VC. I'm pretty sure he can get himself in here. Just need to wait for him to show up. And here he is. GG's.
Hey there, how's it going?
Hey, it's good RCS GG, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed. That was a very close race.
Oh yeah.
I had a feeling I was the first guy into GP, right? I mean, was I?
Nope.
Really?
Nope. Well, you were about 2 minutes behind.
He found Maze Island very, very quickly then because I had a very good go of it in Death Mountain, I thought.
Yeah, you guys both spent similar amounts of time in Death Mountain. I think the biggest difference really in time spent in places might have been when you were looking for Naburu for Reflect.
Yep.
It seemed like it took you a little while longer to find it than traiLZ.
Yeah, I did make one extra lap around. It was kind of right in the middle. Didn't stumble across it the first time. It was really close to the palace where you needed it for.
Yeah. Also, traiLZ never got upstab. So that's a little bit of time just through the town to go and get it. And you got it. So we weren't sure if that was going to make a difference in GP, and it almost did, but it just made you let you confirm that loop that traiLZ didn't know about either. So
I always left to get upstab, and then I remember there was that right at the ferry room, so I decided to go hunting for that first, and then that took me to Thunderbird.
Yeah, I was a little freaked out for a lot of that GP when I saw the room that has the glove blocks on either side and the keyhole in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Not having a key.
Yeah, I didn't have a key. I was stuck there, so it sent me in the right direction because I wasn't able to go through that.
Yeah, I wasn't able to go through it either. And then on my next try through, I actually came through the opposite way. And I was just kind of, rooms are allowed to repeat. So I was just hoping that was a loop. And when it was, I kind of relaxed. Yeah, I'm not displeased with how I played this one. The one kind of stupid thing that I did, I actually forgot that I had the kid when I went to Darunia. If I was in my right mind, I probably would have grabbed shield, but
We were a little curious about that, yes.
Yeah, I just completely forgot, and I didn't give a crap. I had everything I needed, really. I wasn't really going to go back for it. If I stumbled back across Darunia, maybe, but I was just concerned for upstab and get the hell out.
Yeah,
that's 90 seconds to walk through Darunia, get shield spell, and then leave. That's a lot of time. So, and also upstab as well. If you go in and grab upstab, that's like ripped 90 seconds right there.
Yeah, although I don't regret it, especially in a seed where you don't have, or at least I didn't have the jump spell, so even if I wanted to cheese those upstab rooms, I couldn't. Like, you would be required to have either jump or upstab to get through, so I have no regrets.
Yeah, I didn't have jump as well, and I was a little concerned. I almost left to get upstab, man. It was,
Yeah.
And I had a key drop, too. I had a key drop just before I hit that room, and I skipped it because I was in like panic rush mode, and I killed the Mew just before that room. It dropped a key, and I turned around like I was going to go get it, and I was like, I'm not going to need it. And then the very next room is that room, and I'm like, oh my god, dude.
Oh yeah, that's a new piece of logic now. It really is handy to have at least one key going into GP.
Yeah. Yeah, because we never saw, didn't get jump, no clue where medicine is, never saw any key.
Yeah, if you don't have a key, you have to at least acknowledge that could block you and try to have a backup plan where you can get a key nearby.
Right.
We can thank GTM for that room, and we can also thank him for that really sketchy lava pit room with the flying unicorn head with the breakable blocks. That's a GTM special right there too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a casual player's nightmare. I honestly, among the new GP rooms, I think the smiley face rooms are the most challenging. Depending on what's in there, sometimes there isn't a good clean way to get through, and you just have to take lumps and like hold your breath while you try to muscle through.
Yeah, that's really the strat. You can't really like do the jump strat and go over and around because usually there's spices in there or nights. But I have a strat on how I break the blocks going through there to make it swift because that can eat a lot of time if you break a lot of those blocks, and I tend to only break like maybe 5-6 tops. There's 2 on one side and 2 on the other that I just break through, and I try to go through them as fast as possible.
But
if the enemies cooperate.
I gotta say, traiLZ, that blue bird knight in that one emoji room was unbelievably kind to you. He kind of fell behind and then just did not chase you in time for you before you could scroll him off the screen, and pretty much had your free go after that.
If you hit him in a way, you'll boost him backwards, and then it'll give you like almost like when you hit him with the thunder spell.
Yeah,
the thunder spell, it sends him flying back a little bit. So if you go around them and you kind of hit them with a backstab, if it hits their shield while they jump, they'll actually jump really far in the opposite direction, which gives you like an extra second, maybe second and a half of playtime before they're back on your butt again.
Yeah, it worked out really well.
Man, this was a jet seed.
Sure
was.
Was.
For a 6-gemmer, it was pretty fast.
Like the only item you really needed at the start to make your life easy was the boots, and they were in the first or second cave. So, and then you had to find reflect, and that.
It was really fortunate that Fairy was tied to fire, because if we had to go into Death Mountain for Fairy, and Fairy was required, by the way, that very first room in GP. So that you could, who even knows how much time you could tack on? That could have been a real game changer. Not only the time you're wasting in Death Mountain, but also like all the inconvenient reordering of the palaces you would have to do because you didn't have Fairy Fire at the time. So that could have been a lot of time.
Yeah, this seed would have been something if you didn't have a key solution. We don't have any idea where the magic key was, so you would have had to figure something out for sure. I don't think there were enough key drops to get through. There was just like one in the whole series of small drops that was coming out, I think. So
that's why I went into one so early, because I found that I had one key and I figured I'll be able to find Horse's Head. And I didn't even need to spend a key in the whole palace. So I ended up having a key to be able to go into the place the gem. So that ended up working out.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty big risk, especially when you got pretty deep in there just to maybe find a key block in that far, but it certainly worked out to your advantage. You definitely had the first gem placed much earlier and kind of kept up a little bit of a lead the whole way, but yeah, you did maybe get turned around once or twice in the later half that allowed RCS some points to catch up, but obviously you never got all the way there.
P5 gave me the runaround. I looped in it, and I took a really long branching dead end, and I spent probably about 5 or so minutes inside P5, I want to say.
Both of you did. Both of you did.
Yeah, there was no way around that one.
Yeah, it was really rough. If you went to, it was that weird off left-hand turn when you went up that elevator. That kind of resembles a dead-end room, but it's not. But GG to you, RCS. I always love racing you, man. You always give a good race. And
oh yeah, definitely.
I'll absolutely see you in the brackets. There's no way you're not going to win 2 races in this Swiss round series. So GG to you, and thank you guys so much for doing everything. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut on out. You guys have a good night. And thank
GG's, you. Trails.
Hey, GG's to RCS, and thank you for everything, and thank you for the GG's. See you guys later.
Yeah, good game. Thanks for the race, Trails. I can't say I'm not disappointed at all, really. I mean, I was at first, but that was a good barometer for where I'm at. I've taken some time off from racing this game, and these last couple of tournament races have been a good barometer for where I'm at, and I played well. The seed felt good, and yeah, learning 4.0 has gone pretty well.
The new Max Rando is so different, dude. With the overworld layouts and the connectors, it's I like it so much more. I think it's really a lot more interesting, and I don't know. I'm really happy with the way that the 4.0 Max Rando.
It is. You're right. You're right. I was afraid at first when I saw the new changes to the randomizer that I might not like it, but it is more fun than ever before. The community rooms make GP a lot more challenging. The continent connections also add a whole different element to the game. Like you saw, we had to search for one magic cave to connect you to Maze Island. Like that could have potentially been a real nightmare. That's part of why I thought I might be in the lead, because I didn't really run into a problem with that. So yeah, that's another facet that makes this version very, very interesting. Yeah, if I only finish 2 minutes behind Trails in this race, that's probably a good sign that I'm close to where I need to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was about as close as a race, and as close and as good of a race as I'd expect out of the two of you who race each other all the time in all the tourneys. You, the defending standard champion, him, the defending Max Rando champion. Good race.
Oh yeah, and nothing else to say here. Good game. I'll go get him next time. All right, thank you, everyone. Good night.
GG's. Have a good night, right. RCS.
All right, so let's wrap things up here. Thank you to our runners, Trails and RCS. Thank you to our commentators, Star and Jake Hoper. Thank you, Star, for also tracking. Looking at the schedule, we have 3 Max Rando matches tomorrow. Not sure if these are all going to be restreamed or not, but we have Jackamus versus Paratroop at 7 p.m. Eastern, Jake Hoper here versus Chromaticalism at 9 p.m. Eastern, and the Alan Heffley versus Dr. J PhD at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. We also have a Skyward Sword Randomizer tournament match and a Twilight Princess Any Percent tournament match as well on Wednesday. So a very busy day tomorrow.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's going to be it for us here. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time.
Have a good night.